Good morning, children. In our previous video, we saw about the author, then we saw the meanings, then we saw the different important people, that is the characters, and also we saw the different important places where things took place. Now, I also gave you the first introduction where Sachin how he was admitted in the training camp. Now, second, we are going to see the session, the camp session. What do you mean by session? Session is nothing but how the camp went on. What are the different rules that had to be followed during the camp and how the practice took place. Now, the first thing was, in the morning, he had to be in Shivaji Park by 7:30. Morning at 7:30 he had to be in the park. Then this continued till 10:30. Cap small. Okay. Morning 7:30 to 10:30. Then if you see, then he had to start from home before that itself. Then in the evening again, during the lunch time, that is noon, afternoon, he came for lunch to his house. So he had lunch at home. Then he again went for another practice in the evening. That is, say, from 4 to 7 p.m. You'll see. So this was his timing, practice timing. So morning from 7:30 to 10:30 a.m. Then for lunch, say by 10:30 he will leave the park. Then come for lunch to Bandra. That is his place where his house was. Then he had lunch. Then after lunch again he had to go back to Shivaji Park. In the evening it started from 4 to 7. So that was his timing. And so from Shivaji Park, from the park to his house, the travelling time was nearly 40 minutes. So he had to take 40 minutes for him to come from the park to the house. So imagine, in the morning he had to start, say, from 6:45 or 6:30 itself. Because we know our buses in the morning, it's not regular. So naturally, he cannot stick to one, and he also had bus and train travel. Both he had. He had an option here. He could either travel by bus or by train. Then, here if you see, the Sachin was not from a well-off family. He was not from a rich family, if you notice. He was from a lower middle-class family. And so naturally what happened, for his practice, he had only one set of clothes. One set of clothes, imagine, for the whole summer camp. Now if you see, one set of clothes, in the morning he will come, he will wear a clean set. When he goes for lunch, it will be dirty. You know, after playing cricket, how dirty it becomes. Then he'll come home, he'll wash his clothes, put it to dry, have his lunch. And by 3 o'clock or 3:15, he will catch the next bus. He'll just wear the same clothes which were hanging to dry. Then he'll wear it, he'll come to Shivaji Park, practice again till 7. After 7, when he reaches home by say 8, again he'll wash it, dry it, then the next day morning he'll wear it again. So what he comments here is, he says that each and every time he wears his clothes, his shirt especially, it used to be wet in the pocket region. You know, the pocket region has 2 cloths attached. So naturally that part will never get dried that easily, because it has to be washed at least twice a day. So he says that he used to play in the camp with wet pockets. So now you will understand what wet pockets mean. Wet pockets here means his pockets never were dry. I hope you understood with this. And this was how he used to move around. So now we see the camp session. How was it in the morning? From 7:30 to 10:30. Then again he used to come for lunch at home. He had to come by bus back again to Bandra. Then have his lunch, wash his clothes. Then afterwards, evening at 4 again, he'll wear the same clothes, come to Shivaji Park. Till 4 to 7 he'll have his practice. Then again he'll return home by 8 o'clock, again wash his clothes, have his dinner, go to sleep. Then again the next day morning, this used to be the regular routine. It was going on, we were continuing. So with this, you know, his camp sessions. Now we'll go to the next part, that is the third part, that is the career decision part. Now we already saw during the meanings what you mean by crossroads. We came across a term called crossroads, where we saw he had to decide what he was going to be in future. So this career decision was very, very, very important in his life. For this Shivaji Park training, practice, everything took place for 2 months during the summer holidays. Then Achrekar sir saw that he was very good in batting and bowling. So what happened? He thought of starting a team, join him in the cricket team. So he saw that he was very good at batting, and so he continued this practice throughout the year, throughout the next complete year. So for 1 full year, he was learning this batting and bowling with Achrekar sir. Then already we saw in the beginning a very important place, that is the New English School. This New English School, I already told you that he was a student there. He was studying there. And this New English School they did not give them much importance in say playing cricket. So, but he was a cricket player because of his own interest. So he used to play only with the colony children, or maybe as you play in school just to while away the time during a break, that maybe he would have done the same there. So you can understand his career as a cricketer was not helped here in any way. So what happened? He had to change school now, and he was in say 12 years old. He would have been coming to 7th standard or so. And so what happened? This is the crucial time where he has to decide whether he wants to be an ordinary or just for sake of playing, or he wanted to be a serious cricket player in future. So what he did is, he had to decide, and this was the time where he had to know whether he was really interested. And so what he did was, Achrekar sir discussed with Ajit, his elder brother, and Ajit spoke to his father, that is Ramesh Achrekar, we already saw. So they all discussed, and Achrekar sir one day came to his own house, and all had a discussion there, and then they again spoke to Sachin, and his father was telling Sachin if he was really going to give cricket his priority, whether he was really going to take it seriously. If he was not taking it seriously, it was real waste. It was an utter waste. So he said if he was really going to be a cricketer, then he was ready to change his school, because there was another school, that is Sadashram Vidyalaya. We already saw this before. This was another school where Achrekar sir was there. He was coaching his students for cricket. So this was a big change in his life, and he had to decide at an age where children are still playful. He was just 12 to 13 years old, where he had to permanently decide whether he wanted to be a cricketer or not. And once he has decided, and the father has taken so much changes, so much of change, and surely it would have been a difficult place because it would have been costlier, and you already know that Sachin was not from a very rich family, and so he had to spend a little more for this, but still he agreed because he wanted Sachin to do what he liked. So he was very careful not to hurt Sachin, or he was to go against his interest. So once Sachin gave us a word that he was interested and that he was really interested, and so he will not change his interest anymore, then only the father agreed. And so we come to see that at the end there was a transfer from the new English school to Sadashram Vidyalaya because Sir was the cricket coach there, and he said that he will coach him till the end. And now you come to know why Sachin had to change his school from the new English school to Sadashrama Vidyalaya. Now, the next point that we are going to discuss upon is the training process. Now, we already saw the training that was taken place in the summer camp. So, the practices that he had to undergo, all this we saw. Now, that was just to make him learn the basics in cricket. But then later on, to make him a very strict, a very good player, where he had to face the world, then he was supposed to undergo very, very stringent training processes. That is, first thing is, he says, his father used to say that if anything that you do, whatever you are interested, whatever you do, you must do it the best. And if you do it, give all your best to it, ultimately what happens? You become successful. So the secret of your success is mainly where you shouldn't do anything half-hazardly. Half-hazardly means in between, just for the heck of it, or I just wanted to try, but then I lost interest in it, so I am going to dump it away. No, that is not life. You should take interest and see that you are really interested in that, be strict with it, and then you do your best. A lot of practice and training is needed, and you should do your best, and ultimately at the end what will it result in? Success. So that is very, very important. That's what his father told Sachin. And then he had to face the children, he had to play there with such Achrekar sir's guidance. So what he did was, for example, he says, he had 60 days of training, out of which 55 matches he played. Matches were played by him. So, you can imagine, nearly every day he used to play match. And serious match where Achrekar sir was always having a keen eye on him to see whether he was really building up in all his tactics in playing cricket. So you had to show a growth in it. If he was going back, sir used to call him and he used to teach him again. So this was how it went on. So out of 60 days, you see 55 matches were played by him. So rigorous it was. And also they say, during the summer camp, if you see, the next year, in the summer camp, again, all holidays they used to have practice in the camp. And here if you notice, the routine is every day what had to be followed. That previous routine that we saw in the beginning was just in the beginning when he was introduced to cricket. But now after 2 years, his cricket routine became even strict, very disciplined. That is, in the morning, morning, he had to start his cricket practice from 7:30 to 4:30 p.m. So morning 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and then again he had another session at, say, they had a small break of, say, just 30 minutes. And then again at 5 they had to start to 7 p.m. So if you see, literally the whole day he was practicing. There were no chance. Now he never came even for lunch. He did not come into to his house for his break or nothing. Everything was in the park itself. So now you can understand. The normal routine in the morning, he had to leave home, come to the park at 7:30. Till 4:30 there was one session. Then again he had a break for 30 minutes in between. And then from 5 to 7 p.m. And you can imagine, from 5 to 7, especially during the evening, it was very strenuous, very, very difficult for him. He felt very tired. Why? Because he had to do at least 5 net sessions. You may know better what net session means. That is, say, 5 to 6 overs per person, maybe one session. 5 to 6 overs, maybe some 36 balls. And 5, that means what? That means he had to undergo 5 sessions like this, into 5. So that many balls he had to use, he had to bat during this time, 5 to 7 p.m. And afterwards, say by 6:45 p.m., that is 15 minutes before winding up. That is at 7 p.m. they'll wind up. 15 minutes before winding up, you will say by 6:45, he would have noticed that at 6:45 p.m. all the children used to gather and in the field, and there were around 60 to 70 fielders. This many children used to be there fielding, and Sachin was the only one batting. And he had to, what sir used to do is, he used to keep a 1 rupee coin. A 1 rupee coin on one of the stump. On one of the stump he used to keep a 1 rupee coin, and Sachin had to see that this 1 rupee coin doesn't drop. So he had to hit all the balls that were coming his way. So you will understand what a strenuous time that would have been. So here, if you notice, and suppose he was able to manage to save that 1 rupee from dropping, and that 1 rupee was his small gift from sir to Sachin. And that was a great, he says, it was a big satisfaction. That was his achievement. So that's what he says, that 1 rupee coin, to save it from falling from the stump, was his work. For 15 minutes he had to fight with this many fielders. And so, even then sometimes he was able to do it. And he says, at the end, when this 15 minutes of constant batting was over, still it was, his training was not over for the day. He had to go round the Shivaji Park for another 2 rounds with all his, all the pads, leg pads and gloves and the helmet, everything. With all that, he had to run 2 rounds around Shivaji Park. And with that, the day came to an end. His practice came to an end. And by the end of the day, he was exhausted. He was tired. He was just, so tired he was that he says, all his energy was all channeled only to this cricket. So now you can see. So training process was very, very difficult for him. But even then he did it because he was really interested. The motive behind this because of his interest. Now, I'll just recap once. The training process, what did the father say? That is Sachin's father. He used to say that whatever he did, he has to do his best, give his best. Only if you give your best, you will result in success. Then this summer camp, which took place for 60 days, out of which 50 days or 55 matches he played. So nearly every day we know he was playing. Then the routine of this camp was, they used to start practice in the morning at 7:30 a.m. and end it up to 4:30 they continued, and they had a small break of 30 minutes between two sessions. And here, if you notice, again they had to start at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So in this 30 minutes, there was a small break where they could go drink water, or they used to just have a small rest there. Then afterwards, in the evening program, he had to do 5 net sessions. Each net session is 36 balls. So imagine that into 5 times. So he had to bat that many times. And 15 minutes before winding up the practice, he had to face 60 to 70 fielders who were bowling and fielding. And if you see, Sir had put a 1 rupee coin on one of the stump, and he had to safeguard that 1 rupee coin from falling. And when he was able to save it, it was a great satisfaction for him, as if he had achieved a great thing. And afterwards, at the end, after the fielding was over, he had to go round the whole of Shivaji Park twice with all his gear on him. And after finishing that, the practice came to an end for the day. The next day, again the same procedure was repeated. So this was his routine. Now, so we saw. Next we'll see. Next thing is, Sachin didn't have an easy life. We know now that he has become a great cricketer. We know he has, become so successful and all in his life. But it is not an easy way. He had really a lot to face, lots of problems to face. And what are those problems? So now we'll see. Personal problems, you can say. One, the next point that we are going to discuss on is the problems that Sachin had to endure. Embarrassments also. Embarrassments we already know, I taught you, being ashamed of certain situation. Now if you see, first thing, in the evening we already saw previously that Sachin's class got over, his practice got over, say by 7 p.m. Then sometimes his father used to come to fetch him from Shivaji Park. And there we already know Sachin was not from a well-off family, and surely he knew that his father could not afford to buy things from outside to eat also, because that was a waste, because he had already 2 elder brothers, an elder sister, and he had to look after all those children too. So, but sometimes what happened, he felt very thirsty, maybe something he wanted to drink cold and all that. So what he asked his father to buy a cocktail juice, that is from a close, there was a club, there was a shop near his club, and he had asked his father to get him one. But his father in the beginning, he was a bit hesitant, because he knew his capacity, his economic capacity. So naturally, but then to see Sachin feel happy, what did he do? He forego that and he bought him a cocktail sometimes. It was very rare. It was not every day. And so rarely when he came to fetch Sachin, he got him a cocktail. But you must remember, this was just to see him happy. So the father was happy to see him smile. Then in the evening, sometimes if you notice, when returning from home, practice, when he was going home, returning either by train or bus, he was so tired that he used to sleep in the bus or train. And you can imagine how the passengers, they don't like people sleeping there, falling on them. And imagine, Sachin would have been so filthy, so dirty, and his clothes would have been full of sweat and smell and all that. So people won't like to even sit next to him in the same seat. And so he used to go off to sleep. So this was a great embarrassment for him. And next, the last embarrassment that he talks about is during the peak hours. What are peak hours? Peak hours are usually when the traffic is very heavy, because people go to office, children go to school, and all start moving, and you can imagine there will be full of vehicles on the road. And during this time, the buses, especially the public bus, will be crowded, and you can see people hanging out from the staircase to that extent. You cannot even get inside the bus during the peak hours, because all are trying to catch the bus, get into the bus. There, imagine our little hero, what he used to do. He used to climb into a bus which was already packed, and he was not the only person. He had to carry a kit bag on his back. So along with the kit bag, that long cylindrical bag, it was as if another person was behind him. So he was taking as if two people's place. Can you imagine? You are much well versed because you are used to playing cricket. You just try your kit bag on your back and try walking around, see what your mother will say. So this kit bag, he used to climb into the bus, and all the people will start grumbling. And here, the conductor especially, he used to get so angry with him, because already the bus was full, crowded, and our little hero used to come with the kit bag, and the conductor got so angry, he used to tell him to take 2 tickets. And poor fellow, he will not have that money. You already know his background. He didn't have money to get that, but in front of all the people, the conductor used to tell that. You are taking 2 people's place, so better get 2 tickets. So he says, but he somehow was able to put it on. He took it positively. He just walked off quietly. But what would you have done? You would have brought in a big commotion with the conductor. So he was quiet. He knew that was his mistake, but he cannot just get down from the bus and all that. He had to board the bus. So he just took it. Whatever the conductor said, he agreed. So this was a great embarrassment for him. And in that peak hours, he won't have seat to sit. He had to stand, and people will be nudging him, pushing him, everything possible. And poor fellow had to undergo all those tortures. So you can understand what embarrassment and problems that Sachin had to face during the peak hours. And this is your 5th point. So first thing is, Sachin's father, this is to show his economic difficulty. Father, just to see the little son being happy by drinking a cocktail, he bought him even though he was economically not well off. And here, sometimes he used to sleep in the bus, that stinking dress, the passengers trying to show their aversion towards him. So all that was embarrassing. Third, during peak hours, you can see with the kit bag, the problems that he had to face in a crowded bus. Now we'll go to the last part. That is where, like you, all of us as students, we have this habit. We love to do some things. Usually we have a tendency, when the teacher says not to do it, we will feel like doing it. Isn't it? That is our usual, that's a heck of life, isn't it? We have a small thing. So, even Sachin is not a different person. He is also a human. So, he started bunking practice. So, bunking, we already saw in our meaning what bunking means. Leaving the place or being absent in that place. Especially a seminar, a class, all these are called bunking when you are not there. So, here if you see, twice he bunked the place. That is, first time he was playing with his colony friends. Even though he was in his practice, being trained by the famous coach and all that, he still loved to play with his colony friends. So what he did, he was playing once and he went on playing, but he didn't realize that it was time for his practice. And he continued playing with the colony friends. So, this Achrekar sir, he was waiting for him in the park for him to come for practice. Then what happened? He saw that he had not come. He took his bike. He came to this colony, and as they were playing, he saw the little boy batting there. He called him and just took him on his bike, brought him to the park. And on his way, he advised Sachin not to waste time by playing with these small kids, because he says cricket was still waiting for him there in the nets, and he had to practice a lot to bring a magic. What is that magic? To be a world player. So it is not easy to be a world player. You have to have strenuous practice, and you shouldn't give in between to any of your fancies. So what he says is, while playing, as he saw this little boy playing with his colony friends, he advises him that he has to not to waste time, but to play because the cricket was waiting for him. Cricket was waiting. And he also says that he has to practice very hard, otherwise he is not going to see any magic as a cricket player of the world. Next is, he says, Sachin tells us that all depends on your personality. What is personality? That is all a culmination, a mixture of all your interest, disinterest, your approach, everything. Now this personality is very important. Now what is the part of personality that he says is very important is when choosing your career. When choosing a career, you should be very careful. He says, you must be, the main thing that he is always stressing on is interested. You must be interested in what you do. And you should enjoy doing it. And then only you will face success. That's what he says. So, your personality should be geared up properly for you to choose a career which should have full interest, and you should enjoy doing it, and then only you will become successful. Just as his father had said, do your best and automatically success will come your way. Then another time what happened, there was an inter-school competition. Just an ordinary inter-school competition where he wanted to go see the boys playing. So he didn't go for the practice, he went off to play. But poor fellow didn't know that the sir was already there. So the moment he saw sir, he got very frightened that he was spotted. Sir also saw him, he also saw that sir was looking at him. He got very upset. Sir called him, asked him to go to play for his practice. And the words that sir told him that day was, you shouldn't watch others playing. A big audience, you shouldn't be one among the audience. You should be one among the player where the whole world will be an audience looking at you playing. So when he told that, then only he realized what Sir Achrekar sir was getting him, practicing him for. So he had to face a strong, better place. So now I hope you understood. He said, you shouldn't be one among the audience. You should be one among the players, and the audience shouldn't be one group of audience. It should be an audience where the whole world will be a part. So you can understand that he should be a world player. That's what he means. And this is about all your, how he bunked. Twice you can say he bunked. Once his practice, once when he went to watch an inter-school match. Then you see, what type of a person was Sir? Sir was a person, you can understand, he was a cricketer himself. He was very interested in playing cricket, and he also wanted to teach what he had learnt. He was a very strict person, very, very strict. Disciplinarian. Whom do we call a disciplinarian? a person who is very strict in following things even when others are not watching. Some of us have this tendency. We are very good in front of everyone, but when it comes to us being alone, what will we do? We'll do whatever we want because no one is watching us, isn't it? But here, Sir was not like that. Even when no one was watching, he himself had made himself a disciplinarian. So naturally, a person like this will not accept any, things that all your tricks and all cannot work with him. He is a very strict person. Then if you see, Sir, even today Sachin says, whatever he acquired now, what a person he is today, whatever he acquired or the person he is today is all because of this Sir. So all the credit goes to Sir. So if suppose Sir was not there, surely we wouldn't have had a Sachin. Clear? We would have had a Sachin, but we wouldn't have a good, wouldn't have had a good player, a cricket player. And he says he owed a lot to this Sir. Owed a lot means all his growth, everything, all dependent on this Sir. And this Sir had really helped him in all his endeavors. And a small note at the end, you should understand that Sir is no more. He died on, Sir, not Sachin. Sir died on 2nd Jan 2019. He was 87 years old. His place was near Shivaji Park. He died there, and to show his gratitude, he went for that burial and he carried the Sir. He was one of the carrier there. So now you can understand this is about your lesson. And now we'll just recap everything from the beginning. First thing, the induction. First thing, that is when he was accepted in the training camp. And who was the reason for taking him to that camp? It was his elder brother Ajit. And the problem that he had to face in the beginning, he was a very shy person. And in the beginning when he saw everyone watching him, what did he do? He did not bat properly. And at the end, Sir told, let it be after, next time. But then Ajit, he persuaded, pleaded with Sir. Then again he was asked to bat. In the absence of Sir, he batted well. And at the end, you see, he was accepted by Sir. And by which age was it? He was just 11 years old. And in the beginning of the training process, you would have noticed his brother used to accompany him to the bus stop and traveling also. And Ajit used to discuss with him with all the tricks of batting and all that. And he also says that he'll always remember Ajit for all this. Because this was a long way. Or towards till the end, all the tricks that he taught him, the nuisances we saw, isn't it? All that was taught by Ajit to him. Then we see the camp session, that is a summer camp. We saw it started at 7:30 in the morning till 10:30. Noon he used to come for lunch. Then in the evening, again at 4 it started till 7. And each time he had only one set of dress. And he used to wash it every time, and you can understand why the term wet pocket came into being, because his pocket was always wet. It was not dry. Then at the end, if you see, Ajit, next you see the career decision. The career decision we saw, for 2 months he practiced in the summer camp, then afterwards he had to decide whether he had to take up cricket seriously. Then from New English School, where he was already studying, he got a transfer from there to Sadashram Vidyalaya, where Sir was a coach. And for the year throughout, he was being coached by Sir. Then you have the training process. Here if you see, it was more rigorous, where from morning 7:30 till 7 p.m. he had practice. And if you notice, they had only 30 minutes break in between. And this 30 minutes break only, they say, Sir used to buy him sometimes, not always, this vada pav. Already we saw vada pav, which is supposed to be the famous fast food dish in Mumbai. Then, after the evening session from 5 to 7, he had to have 5 net session. That is 36 batting with into 5. And after that, 15 minutes before winding up, that is at 7, say 6:45 p.m., he had to face 60 to 70 fielders, and there was a 1 rupee coin on a stump placed by Sir, and he had to safeguard that 1 rupee coin from falling down. And he had to face 60 to 70 fielders. So you can imagine how difficult it was for him. Then, at the end of the session for the day, he had to go around Shivaji Park twice with all his gear on him, with all the helmet, everything on him. He had to go around twice. And with that, the day's practice was over. The next day, he had to continue. Again, the same process. So this was a routine. Then we saw the personal problems and embarrassments that he had to face. First thing is, already told you, his father was not a very good very strong background. So naturally, economical background. So you can say he had 2 elder brothers, 1 sister. So he had to feed them. Sometimes this was a little extra money that he had to spend for his cocktail, which he agreed because he wanted to see his son happy. And on his return from his journey to Bandra, that is his house, or in the morning, he was so tired that he used to sleep. And the people used to look at him as if he was a dirty boy, because naturally you can imagine how dirty that scene would have been. And the next is, he came, next part is during the peak hours. Peak hours is during the very heavy time where the traffics are in full, the people are moving, the bus is overcrowded. So naturally you can imagine with his kit bag how he entered and how the conductors made him feel bad. Asked him to take 2 tickets instead of 1, and all his sweaty shirt, dirty shirt, and the people looking at him with one dirty look. You can imagine what embarrassments he had to face. So life was not easy for him. Then, how he used to bunk practice. First he bunked practices because he was playing with his friends, but this was something that he did not know. And here Sir came, and what did Sir say? Not to waste time playing with the kids of his group, but he has to practice a lot because cricket was waiting for him. And what was the meaning here? That is, he had to face the world. So that was what he meant. And at the next he says, when in an inter-school competition, he just went to just to see how they were playing. But poor fellow, he was caught up by Sir because he did not realize that Sir was running that competition. And Sir told him to go back to practice, and he told him that he shouldn't be one among the audience, but he should be one among the players, and it shouldn't be an ordinary audience like this, but an audience where the whole world was watching him. And he also says personality plays a very important role while you choose a career. Why? Because your career should be chosen only when you have interest for it. If not, please don't choose a career just for the sake of others' interest. It should be your interest. And then only will you have full satisfaction. And this satisfaction will surely lead you to success. And last of all, if you come to see your Sir, what type of a person was he? He was a cricketer himself. He was a very strict disciplinarian, and whatever Sachin acquired was all because of Sir. Sir was the main reason for him to be a world cricket player. He owes it to Sir. And if you notice, Sir is no more now. He died on 2nd Jan 2019 when he was 87 years old at Shivaji Park, near Shivaji Park, where his house was. So, with this, I conclude the lesson. The first unit, Prose, Learning the Game by Sachin Tendulkar.